With the upcoming arrival of the 1000th chapter of One Piece, we see on the cover of Shonen Jump magazine that other mangakas are celebrating the wonderful and epic adventure of One Piece in their own style. And also on next year, Oda has a wonderful surprise for us, a magnificent cover to celebrate his 1000th chapter that we're gonna get fully revealed on in 2 weeks on January the 3rd. So I really can't wait to see that. With that said, what's up, pirates? It's your homeboy GM. You know how it is. How's it going, guys? With One Piece chapter 999, we are one chapter from the big 1000. And you know something? I called it last chapter that we were going to get one last chapter before the end of the year. Then we're gonna go on a break and to come back on the first week of January. So, yeah, I knew it that Oda would do something like that. But again, every time he takes a break for me, I'm happy. So he can take a time off to relax and recharge his batteries because this guy he's a jewel. He's a human being unique to this universe. He can't be lost at all cost. The chapter starts with a flashback between Yamato and Ace. So they did met in the past. At first, I thought it would have been like these two making a promise that they would take down Kaido together. Um, I was more or less right and wrong at the same time. Their first meeting, of course, started with a heavy confrontation. No surprise there. Of course, Ace's crew was saving some lost children, apparently, and Ace noticed that despite that Yamato was defending the island, he couldn't believe that someone this powerful as Yamato was not the captain, and he saw that Yamato was like trapped, considering that she bore chains on her wrist. At the same time, Yamato mentioned that I hate my father, like I don't care about him whatsoever, and Ace mentioned something very relatable, I would say. Let's not forget these two, Ace and Yamato, they have one thing in common: they both hate their dads. That was the phrase from Ace that really resonated with Yamato. Forget about the cuffs. What do you let him chain your heart to? And that is very important for Ace, for a guy like Ace, to say this towards Yamato. I think that it was the first time that someone actually understood what uh, Yamato went through in some way. I mean, even though Gold Roger was not Dad of the Year, of course, but he really cared about his lover and also about his son's future. He counted on Garp to take care of after Ace, but Yamato, it's the complete opposite. Like he really mistreated Yamato to no end. So, but at the same time, I think that Ace tried to reach out to Yamato, saying that who cares if he's your blood father? Don't let that define who you're gonna be in the future or where you wanna be as well. And this is where we discover that Yamato yearns to explore the seas, to go out on adventures, just like Odin did. But unfortunately, she is trapped by her father's shackles, and the dragon that used to be at the entrance of Wano, that was a symbol of Kaido. Ace just blasted through that thing, and so that was for her, for Yamato. That was such a important symbol because she never knew that someone would dare do something like that. So they had this conversation after that around alcohol, and I love that moment because this is where she's trying to see something different for Yamato that is so important for her. Before I continue this review, I would like you guys to do me a favor for me and hit that like button because it really helps my video. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. I mean, the more the merrier. The more people I could get on my channel, the more I could do giveaways, more conversation in the comment section. It would be awesome, all right? So please give me a thumbs up. That would be very appreciated. Thank you so much. Ace is talking about the outside world, and Yamato is in awe of it. She really wants to explore outside of Wano. And among all the big names that Ace is talking about, Cavendish, BG, Law, Kid, who were already big names at that time, even before he joined Whitebeard's crew. Um, I love that how he gave such a big shout out and respect towards his younger brother Luffy, and even though he couldn't take the sea just yet, I, it was it was really heartwarming and very nostalgic to see Ace having that much faith in Luffy, saying that, hey, you know what? Among all those big names, Luffy, my little brother, he's gonna be the biggest one out there. And wow, that was such a beautiful moment. With that said, I do believe that Yamato will be the next member of the Straw Hat crew. At first, I thought that Yamato would stay behind to look after Momonosuke and Wano after this arc, but the more I see it, I feel like Luffy's presence in this arc is more than just beat up Kaido, but it's more like to fulfill a promise that Ace wanted to do but couldn't do anymore. So instead, Luffy's gonna be able to fulfill that promise made to Yamato. In the performance floor, it's still hell, but uh, pretty much is under control. And when I say under control, it's hell, but less hellish than the previous chapter. Something sad that I found in this part was when Marco was having a flashback about Ace and Whitebeard, and Teach was still there as well. Um, and Ace wanted to come back for Yamato. I know that they promised. I think that it was confirmed that they kind of promised each other that they would take down Kaido, but Kaido is a big, he's a big monster. He's not easily defeatable. And Odin, as powerful as he was, couldn't beat him. Of course, they could have come back to get Yamato and go and fight against Kaido, but two emperors clashing against each other, we know the result. So many and countless lives lost. And Whitebeard didn't want to do that. He didn't want to have that in his conscience. And I felt like when Ace wanted to go alone, if he couldn't get the permission of to have the entire crew of Whitebeard going there, I think that somehow Ace just wanted to come back for Yamato at least. I mean, if they couldn't beat Kaido, at least get Yamato out of the island. And it's sad that this couldn't be accomplished. I know that Whitebeard's motive were justified; that he couldn't risk an all-out war. But I felt it's sad that she couldn't have been part of that crew as well. Momonosuke and Shinobu are freaked out that Yamato is Kaido's daughter, but at the same time, they are very surprised that Luffy, that pirate, of all the pirates that they could have picked to fight their cause, Luffy happens to be Ace's younger brother, the same one who came to Wano trying to free the island years ago. So for them, it's a revelation. And as Momonosuke stated, this is just a sign of fate. And I love how Yamato mentions that, after all, Luffy has the D in the middle of his name. For the longest time ever in One Piece history, Oda has kept the biggest secret of all, the meaning of the letter D. And we know for a fact that the poneglyph stones came from Wano originally. So maybe, just maybe, Yamato is aware of the origins of those poneglyph stones and their meanings as well. Maybe she knows something that could benefit the Straw Hats. I also forgot to mention that Otama is also aware by Nami that Ace was Luffy's big brother. So she's gonna feel so bad the next time she sees Luffy. But again, like Nami said, if it really bothered him, he would have told her off immediately. But Luffy, despite his idiotic and naive nature, he is a very understanding man. So he understood. Yo, the last part of this chapter between Big Mom and Kaido, it was freaking epic. You got Zeus back in Big Mom's control and bigger than ever. Prometheus eating out flames, like growing as big as it used to be. Those two titans, my god, the conversation that they had, it was so badass. Some noteworthy things about their conversation. Big Mom mentions that, kill all of the Straw Hats except Robin, considering that she's the only one who can read the Poneglyph stones. And Kaido's like, wait, your three-eyed daughter can't read the stones? And Big Mom was like, you mean pudding? I can't wait around for a true eye to awaken. So her third eye has a certain meaning, to awaken, like something that would allow her to read ancient language. But perhaps more than that, I do believe. And I hope that we, in the future adventures of One Piece with Luffy and the others, we might explore an island where the original three-eyed people originate from. So yeah, they're talking about this, and Kaido's talking about putting Onigashima over the flower capital and killing tons of people and getting tons of slaves. For him, he's already picturing the his new Onigashima capital and all that. And I love how sneaky Big Mom tried to be, like asking Kaido if his road poneglyph stone is there, and Kaido was a bit defensive. It's too soon to show my cards, and in return, you see Big Mom being defensive, saying that it's not like that. I still consider you as a little brother. I saved your life when rocks fell in God Valley, where the rocks pirate fell against Garp and Roger. And here's the interesting fact. Apparently, we discovered as well why Kaido owed Big Mom for life. And I quote, Big Mom said, I gave you the legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life, Kaido. And Kaido is dismissive about, as he says, whatever you say, we can talk after we get it. And both of them are goals together, the one piece that is. And so yeah, so I am guessing that Kaido's fruit, the dragon, the Oriental form of the dragon fruit, um, he got it from Big Mom, and that's why he's alive pretty much. He owes his life to Big Mom, and when you owe to Big Mom, it's for life, as she mentions. But yeah, seriously, that ending was so dramatic, very foreshadowing, powerful even. It was awesome. Overall, it was an incredible chapter, very informative, and a great way to end 2020. So, this was my last review of 2020. I hope you love my content throughout the year. I really thank you guys, seriously. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me in that channel. And look, I am looking forward to talk more about One Piece in the future. So tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Did you like the chapter? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let's all talk about it in the comment section. Share this video, much appreciated. Subscribe if you want. And I'll catch you guys next year on January the 3rd. So in the meantime, please do me a favor for your homeboy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and please take care of yourselves. See ya.